When did you come to that realization? And I asked that because, you know, in the previous session, Dr. Collins, they were talking about science and information, and if that is kind of, when you're communicating to the public, are facts and figures and the hard data, is that enough to kind of change hearts and minds, so to speak?
So that's a really great question, and it's something I grapple with all the time because I am a data person. Like I'm an epidemiologist, so my business is data, right? That's what I do. So I think what works for me on my channel, and I know it's not, you know, it's just one channel out of many, is I do stay with the data, but I tend to try to show graphs and explain to, not a bunch of numbers, and explain to people what this means for you and what you can do about it. I don't want to ever be presenting information with no, like, this is what you can do. You know, I want to try to make actionable suggestions at the end of every video to say, okay, yeah, this is what's going on and it is potentially bad, but if you know, get your booster, if you know, I want to try to put things that give people a sense of control, because a lot of times when people are believing these misinformation conspiracies, it's because people are scared and there's a sense of control there. Like, oh, well, it's all made up. It's all just a conspiracy. That kind of gives them this control back. But I feel like if you give them the real information, but then also give them a sense of control, it helps, I think. It helps calm people. And I think data is soothing. If you know what's going on and you actually understand it, if you're a layperson, I think that helps. And in the media, you'll see like, oh, this is going on, there's a big increase in COVID, and people just glaze over because they're like, oh, I'm gonna have to be back in a lockdown, you know? And there's not enough time on a news broadcast to get into the nuance and the real, like, what this means for you and what you can do about it, you know?